Hey everybody, it's Lebo with Lebo's Pinball. I'm looking here at my Getaway. Here it stands, or sits, or whatever. Here it is, standing on its back end here. It's been sitting here for a few weeks, coming back from Cincinnati 2024. And I brought the game up there, and it did great. Had a couple little bugs, but I'll take care of them here once I get it all set back up. But anyways, with it still standing here, I got to thinking, it's like I would really like to go add a mod to this. That it was one that I came up with for the Getaway that I did for Pinball Garage about a year or so ago. But I really want to do that on mine, and I've got a brand new cabinet that is all here, and so everything's nice and clean. And but I don't have any of my under cabinet lighting that I used to have on the old cabinet. And if you guys ever remember looking at some of my old Pinball Garage videos, the one that I did for Getaway, I put a red and a blue flashing light that was tied to the whole Mars light, the beacon that's at the top. So whenever you get the supercharger or anything that's going to trip that, it would blink the red and the blue underneath. And I want to go redo that again on this game. So let's go ahead and recreate that mod and see how it looks. Here we go. Okay, so sort of the heart of this whole modification is this little controller that I found. I think I found this on eBay. I'd ordered a couple of them back when I did it before for the game that went to Pinball Garage. So I've got this extra one here that I'm going to redo, and I'd already redo for my game, and I'd already started to kind of modify it by building out my own harnesses. So basically what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to take tap off the 12 volts that comes off of the Mars light, and provide that 12 volt, which is an AC circuit, go through a bridge rectifier to convert it into a DC, and then you got to put a capacitor across that to kind of smooth out the pulses, and then that will feed into this and give it a fairly steady 12 volt supply. And coming out of this, it will then alternate 12 volts, 12 volts, 12 volts, 12. It goes back and forth. And so from there, we need to go power a strip of some red LEDs, and then a strip of 12 volt blue LEDs. So I've got to build out this whole little strip to go connect into this, and then from there tie this connector. I got to build out a harness to go up to the bridge rectifier with the capacitor, and then tie it into the harness that goes to the Mars light. So that is the plan. So I've got the cables all built out on each leg, the red and the blue, and here's basically the whole deal, heat shrink tubing and all. Plugging in right here to the whole little controller. Real simple. This is just a 12 volt power supply that I've got just here on the bench, and let's just see what happens when we plug it in. All right, there we go. It kind of alternates blue and red. It pulses here and then it pulses there. So I think the next step is to now go ahead and mount these strips underneath the cabinet. Since I've got the cabinet not set up yet, it's standing on its end. It'll be easy to go ahead and put it in right now, and then go ahead and feed these ends in through the little holes on the underneath the cabinet, and get it inside and ready to start mounting this this controller underneath. All right, so now I've got the strips actually mounted on the bottom side of the cabinet. Because I had enough of it, I actually went all the way up one length of it, turned it around, came back down. It's kind of hard to bend that, so it's honestly not the best job. Probably should have just cut this into 2 strips and then maybe put some jumper wires if I really wanted to double it up. But anyways, I think it's okay. I've got just some pieces of like this weight here and the tape that's on it, where the self-adhesive, the strip that's on the back side of it is not the strongest, and so I take just a little bit of epoxy in some areas and put that underneath. So I'm gonna let that dry, and then we'll get this game up on its feet and start working on the inside. The game is up on its feet, and I've got both the LED strips connected to the controller, of which I've got now mounted into the bottom of the cabinet. And I've got a little harness here, just kind of waiting to plug into that bridge rectifier, which will then go into the whole beacon controller. So here's the bridge rectifier that I'm going to use, and if you just kind of take a look at this, you've got, you know, the positive, I guess the DC side, and then the negative is the one on that other side. That's basically the output of the bridge rectifier. And I've got, you know, this electrolytic cap going across it. It's 100 microfarad. Of course, you got the, you know, the negative side over here connecting to the negative. You can tell by the little arrow negative on the cap, and then the positive, of course, going to the positive side here. And then the wires coming off of both of that's coming over here, and that is going to go to the little LED controller that we got down at the bottom of the cabinet. Now, the input of this is basically the 12 volt AC that's coming into it. So alternating current, and following this wire, it's going into another little harness. This is kind of I guess intercepting or tapping into you know, the current that's going over to the beacon. So let's go hook this up and test it out. Bridge rectifier is mounted. We got the connector here tying into the lights down in the cabinet, and here's my little harness that's going to tie into the whole beacon light. So let's plug this in, just to kind of test it first before we go put all the harnesses, you know, kind of secured away. So, all right, let's plug it up and see how it works. All right, so I've got the game powered up, and I've gone into the solenoid test, and you go all the way down to the Mars lamp, and that's what's actually going to you know, power the whole beacon, and those little extra lights that I got here on the top. That was another mod that I did quite a while back. But anyways, let's go ahead, and I've got it set on stopped right now. I'm gonna push it over to repeat so we can just kind of see what happens here. All right, so we got the light going, and let's take a look down below. There we go, very cool. All right, let's kind of get a little bit of a perspective here away from the game. All right, so it's a pretty cool effect. I'm gonna button it up and we will put the game in play. So there you have it. I think it turned out good, and thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time.